Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cigar Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at this beautiful box of Tornano Noventa 90s. Let's check it out. So if you watched the last video, which I gosh darn hope you did, we got a ton of cigars in, and this box was one of the new recipients that we are going to be looking at today. Very nice. No smells, no chemical, no paint. I actually literally walked into my office today and I am bombarded with polyurethane and cheap paint smells. Pretty good looking. Yeah, wrapper came off beautifully. Love it when a plan comes together. If you know what that's from, hit it in the comments. All right. What's the skinny on these bad boys? In a word, epic. Tornano, the name has been synonymous with a premium cigar for just about a century. Charlie Tornano, the man at the helm of this steamboat of delicious handmade goodness, is a fourth generation tobacco industry tycoon. He has inherited a passion for the leaf, and lucky for us, he retains the knowledge and wisdom of his forefathers. At hand today, the culmination of years of tireless study in the fields and hours of meticulous blending strategies, enter Tornano Noventa. The Noventa was carefully crafted to celebrate the Tornano's family's 90 years of tobacco growing and cigar making. A Nicaraguan puro, the Noventa is expertly blended using a vintage mixture of premium 5-year-old Nicaraguan longleaf tobaccos from 4 growing regions, wrapped in a thick and oily Habano Nicaraguan leaf. Aged further after rolling, the Noventa achieves a rich and robust experience that's smooth and perfectly balanced, a luxurious medium-bodied super premium from the Tornano family. Tornano Noventa received an outstanding 90-point rating. Here's what the experts had to say. An ideal draw offers a creamy balance of woody, sweet, and peppery notes. The Tornano Noventa recently underwent a packaging update. Cool. Box of $20.75, folks. I didn't look at the reviews. 80 ratings, not a lot of ratings. And out of those 80, 48 is 5-star. I'd say that's pretty good. Now, they said oily finish. It looks oilier on camera than it is. It is not at all oily to me. One of the least oily cigars I've had. Right away, I like it. I'm going to make a confession. Never heard of these in my life. But here we are. These are 5x49, in case anyone wondered. which is a nice size, really is. If you're in a hurry, breeze right through it. If you're not in a hurry, I think it's a good 45 minute to 1 hour. And it didn't give us really many descriptors here. But it's good. Let's see what they say. Balance of woody, sweet, creamy, and peppery. I mean, I'd agree with all those for sure. Definitely some creaminess to it, which is nice. There's not a lot of creamy cigars that are mixed with woodiness. And when we say woody in the cigar industry, we typically mean Spanish cedar. I don't get any pepper, at least not yet. No. Basically, we're looking at cedar, cream, cedar, cream, cedar, cream. All I've got so far. And it works together. I don't normally like a lot of Spanish cedar on my cigars. I think I just smoked 3 bare knuckles by punch consecutively. About 20 minutes ago, I finished the last one of those. So this is a beautiful refreshment to the palate. The creaminess is sweet. Mixed with the wood, it's almost coffee-like. It definitely has some remnants of a Connecticut, but it also has some remnants of a strong cedar cigar, which, I don't know, seems like a lot of people are doing, and not my favorite. But this is good. I like this much more than I like just the cedar-based cigars, and I might like it more than just a straight Connecticut, actually, which is surprising because normally I don't like cedar on any level. It usually is accompanied by a lot of baking spice, and it's just too much wood for me. But this is nice. Yes, I did get in trouble for saying ASS on my last video. My son mentioned it on the way to church this morning. Dad, you said ASS in your video. Of course, he didn't keep watching it, where I apologized for that. So I'm going to be more careful with the language on this channel. I'll tell you that much right now. Dude, where are you gonna get a 90-point cigar? It's not even on sale right now. $75 for 20, $3.75 each. What a freaking bargain. Where are you going to get that? What humidor? None, for sure. It's good. It really is. It's a good cigar. I would definitely have a few boxes of these in my repertoire, for sure. I mean, the guy sounds like he knows what he's doing. 90 years, 4th generation. I mean, we've got all the makings of a good time, in my opinion. 4 different origins of tobacco in here. Yum, yum, yum. Starting to heat up. Just now. You can tell it's richer, a little more oily, a little bit more like you're getting to the main course. That's often what happens when a cigar heats up for me. At first, it's all just the high points, and then you get into the meat and potatoes of it. And I like it even more. I like it even more. It's less creamy up front. It's less cedary up front. Now it's even more balanced, more subdued. And maybe just by a hair, the cedar has replaced the cream as the predominant flavor of the cigar, which disappoints me a little bit because I hate cedar, but it's still very good. It's nice and light. It's not too heavy. I can easily socialize. I could forget about it a little bit, for sure. I'm just now starting to get a little bit of that pepper. I think it's just from the heat, but it's definitely, my tongue is reacting in a peppery sort of way, whatever the heck that means. Sorry, I'm like a child. Smoke's pleasant. Smells like a roasting of. Smells like if you had a coffee pot of cream, sugar, and coffee on the coffee maker. So you have your coffee pot, you mix those three ingredients together, you put it back on the warming plate of the coffee pot, and it's just, or you spill a little drip of that cream and sugar coffee on the warming plate, you would get that almost note of burnt caramel, but it's the note of burnt sugar, coffee, and cream. And it works. It works. This is good. I like this. I don't say that enough on the channel. I'm a little old school, and that's just me. It's almost like there's too much mixing going on these days. But this is mixed very nice, very well done. And I mean, I would say that if this was $10, I really would. I would say that this is very nicely done. It's a good cigar. It really is. It's not my go-to. I think we know that by now. My go-to, once again, right there. You want my go-to? That's my go-to. All five of those. Love them, love them, love them, love them. Great cigars. Right up my alley. Harsh, brutal, kick you in the pants. No kick in the pants. But it's enjoyable. It's smooth. If I worked at a factory, I would smoke this on my lunch break. Actually, I'd probably smoke those on my lunch break because I'd be stressed out. But it's it'd be a great lunch cigar. If you're not a huge smoker, it would be very nice. Nice little sandwich, maybe some chips, this beautiful cigar. I'm there currently in my head. Now I want a sandwich. See if there's any further development here. That puff was a little bit sweeter, a little more sugar fronted. Interesting. Almost a vegetal flavor on that one, in a good way. even more neutral. Everything is numbed out. Those predominant flavors up front are gone. And I'm smoking the heck out of this thing. I mean, 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes. And I'm halfway through. So I am definitely overheating the cigar. So it might mellow back down if I back off of it. But right now it's super peppery, super hot, and it's taking charge of the other two subtle flavors. So I'm going to blow some of the hot smoke out and just let it percolate for a minute. Did anyone have a cigar today? If so, please leave a comment on what you smoked. I would love to hear about that. Did you like it? I'd love to know. I feel like, at least where I live, the cigar community is quite small. And it's mixed. It certainly is very mixed as far as demographics. We have our humidor has a group of like 70 to 80-year-old men that come in every day and they sit on the patio when the weather's nice. I think in the winter they don't even go there, but they just sit there, smoke and drink cigars. And you don't see anybody else out there. That's the youngest you're gonna find. Now on the weekend there'll be a few younger people, and it's definitely a lot of different folks there. So you have people that ride Harleys. You've got we don't have a lot of young professionals where I live, so there's not many of those. But it's very interesting to see the people that smoke those cigars. So I don't know what it's like in your community, but where I'm at, I feel like it's definitely the older generation's thing, and I hope that changes because we've lost a few of them last year, so somebody's got to replace those characters. All right, I've let this cool down, and I'm gonna try it again. Okay, all right, we're back, baby. We're so back. It's a good cigar. It is kind of more neutral up front now, and then we get into that sweetness, that caramel. It's more subtle than it was up front, but it's still good. I have just a tiny off-putting flavor, and it's almost like a chemical flavor, but it's almost like if you burnt that drop of coffee, cream, and sugar a little bit too hot to where you get that kind of blackened smell of those ingredients. Still very good. Almost like when you accidentally burn caramel when you're making it. I don't know how many of you make caramel at home, but it's good. It's a good cigar. It really is. For $3.75, I might just buy another box of these because I like having them around to reset my palate, to give me a break from the harshness, and to kind of make the day more interesting. I can't just smoke those cigars all day. I need a break. And the specialness gets lost, if that makes sense. I want to keep them special to me. So I have to switch out, or they will no longer be special. Tornano Noventa 90, $3.75 a stick. I had low hopes, but now I am a believer. Thank you so much for watching this review from the Cigar Reviews. If you don't subscribe, please do. I would appreciate it. It would make me happy. If you have any questions, you can always send me a message. But comment what you smoked today if you had the opportunity. I would love to hear. Have a great day, year, month, life from the Cigar Reviews. Ciao, arrivederci.